And hello, welcome to another Nerdy Collective show. Another Saturday night at midnight. Welcome, everybody. And now that I got you. Welcome, everybody. I appreciate everybody being up late at night with me on the Nerdy Collective show. The G-Man, really appreciate it. Smiley Tori, thank you for being here, love. And Firehawk, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. So from last week, I did a little review really quick. I'm just going to bring it up. I'm going to show a couple things really quick, and we're going to get my co-host on here in just a second. I was talking about this, the Golem. Now, everybody knows this story. Or should know of the story of the Golem, but this is issue 1 and issue 2. And I talked about this. It's kind of interesting. It's good. It's a good read. But what got me surprised is there was another publisher called Blaze Comics #1. And I got 3 or 4 copies of it. And it was called He Who Fights with Monsters. It's a good read, but it's a slow burn. That's what I'm going to tell you. So definitely give this a shot. I'm not going to tell you to buy all 6 copies. Buy what you like, period. Buy the cover you like and read it. Please read it. Don't buy it just for the cover. But just as a little hint, side note, it's about a golem, and you won't find out until the end. Not a lot of action in this, but it's still good. Deals in 1942 during the war, German Nazi occupation. The next one. This is I'm going to have to say book of the week, whatever you want to call it. I don't care. I give this 5. Okay, so I had to change this. 1 to 5 tentacles. Once I can get the animation up there and give you 1 to 5 tentacles, 5 is the best. This is my book of the week, Nightmare. I don't care what cover you buy it, read it. It's well done, you guys. Check it out. So please check it out. And then a special shout out. Yes, I opened it up early. Big shout out to Red Hulk Dad. You're such a tease. If you haven't seen Red Hulk Dad on Instagram, he makes custom stands. He sent me, he was my Secret Santa this year. So we all participated in the Secret Santa with Marvelous Comics. And my Secret Santa, my guy was in California. This guy is from Connecticut. So he sent me this picture. I'm not done, guys. In a box, I have my own stand, and this is freaking awesome. Red Hulk Dad, you're awesome. And he just had a baby. So cute. Check this out. He made me a custom stand. Look at that. Awesome. I put a comic book. Here's a comic book. So when I do new videos and try to do these singles, look at that. You can barely make it out. There we go. Awesome. So Red Hulk Dad, big shout out to you, brother. Thank you very much from the G-Man. So without further ado, let's get my co-host on here. Buddy.
What's up, guys?
You look tired, buddy.
I am.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
Big shout out to Six Collectibles. How you doing, Amanda? It's so nice to see you. So how you doing? How was your week?
Not bad.
Get anything cool?
Yeah. Got some new books. Got some old books.
I heard you found one. You said you
found
one.
Got Something's Killing the Children 1.
Awesome.
I actually got organized and actually found it, so I'm actually happy with that. Well, let's hope I don't get disorganized again.
Well, it happens, dude. Come on.
Yeah.
It's just like tonight. I opened up a 40-pound box of new books. I had to rebag and board them because John likes to put Scotch tape on my damn books. I keep telling him, stop sending me Scotch tape. Please don't even bag and board them anymore.
Yeah, I got some AOK books from Steve again.
Oh, that's a good one, dude. Didn't I give you a copy of that? The one with the Twin Towers.
No.
That's Dawn.
Yeah, I know, but you didn't give me a copy of this. You gave me like a really rare, like a couple of rare ones that I've
Dude,
never seen
that is
before. But
really cool. That
yeah,
right there. And who is that?
Linsner.
That's Linsner. So
Yeah.
everybody wonders why I always like Linsner. There's an example. Dude, that's
Yeah,
really cool.
what his older art's better, his newer art's a little
You know what? I have to kind of he's actually been doing okay. Tell about the other books really quick.
Oh, Evil Ernie Ashkins. Evil Ernie.
Oh, now that's cool.
Yeah,
Those are kind of rare.
Yeah, Evil Ernie Ashkins. So and this is the actual Evil Ernie, and it's not the new Millennium Evil Ernie like they have now.
I didn't like that either, did you? You said it was something wrong.
It felt a little weird. It didn't feel like I think it didn't feel like Ernie. Rushed? No, it didn't feel rushed. It just didn't feel like when I read Ernie last week or the week before. It didn't feel like Ernie. It didn't feel like the character. It felt like a whole new person being Evil Ernie. Like a whole new Gotcha. So I think it's more about. I think the new Evil Ernie is more about Smiley, his button.
Okay. So let's get our other co-host on here really quick. I don't want to keep our guest waiting here too long.
That's fine.
Cool. Very cool, dude. And big shout out to Steve Whiting, the OK King, as always. He's your stepfather. I'm just going to say that right now.
He's my big brother more than anything. Yeah.
What's that?
He's my big brother more than anything.
Yes, he is your big brother, big time. Big shout out to Steve Whiting.
Yeah.
What up, collecting fam? What's happening?
Awesome, Deuce. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, doing well.
Cool. Get caught up in the chat really quick. Yeah, Kyle, yo, buddy, how you doing from overseas? Love it.
Yeah, Kyle, what's up, buddy?
Cool.
Hey, Amanda, sweet.
Yes, we got Amanda in the house. Yeah.
Hey.
So really quick shout out to Amanda. I'm gonna put this really quick so people can find what she is doing with you, Deuce. Here we go. So hey there, the first Amandapops and Deuce Funko Pop mystery box. Pick up your number below once your payment has been set, and we will clock you in mystery boxes, links, and description. So all the description down on the bottom of this title of this show tonight, you'll see Amanda down there. And my daughter Sarah has got a little promotional thing going on. She's looking for donations. She wants to go on an expensive honeymoon. So all the links are down below. Nice. Everybody's links are down below, so go check them out. Go ahead.
Thanks for sharing that, G-Man. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Tell people about it really quick.
Yeah, so it's a $75 shipped mystery box. You're guaranteed $60 worth of value plus. Several boxes are well over value. There's all kinds of extras included, and then there's 3 grand prizes. For every box you buy, you get put into a grand prize giveaway. The 3 grand prizes are 2 different signed and remarked Sam De La Rosa Marvel Legends figures. One's Carnage, and one is Venom. And the other is a 10-inch Chase Blacklight Galactus Pop.
Which is awesome, guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's awesome because I bought one for my wife.
To win if you buy a box. So every box you buy gets you an entry to win. And there's only 33 boxes. Was 33 boxes. They're going quick. So get them while you can.
But those boxes are guaranteed $60 worth $60, correct?
Yeah, guaranteed $60 worth $60. Plus there's extra stuff in every single box.
So yes, you are buying a mystery box. Yes, you are gambling, but still you're getting the value of what you're putting into the box. Something I've mentioned a million times.
And we're shipping UPS. And we're shipping UPS because we know USPS is having all kinds of issues, and UPS is a little more expensive to ship. But we're doing that to make sure the boxes get there more quickly and they're not damaged and everything else. So
there you go. The box is amazing deal. Yes. There you go, Smiley. Thank you. Yeah, she bought one each one for the kids. Good.
Oh boy.
Awesome. Grand prize.
And I
No,
built a
Smiley's gonna have to. Yeah.
I built a custom box for Tori's daughter Jules too.
I was about to say Tori's gonna have to fight them for
Nice.
for the prize.
Okay, so gentlemen, do we have a guest tonight? Come on.
Yes, we
yeah,
do.
we got a guest tonight. Can't wait. I've been trying to get this guest on for a very long time, everybody. Without further ado, bam, here we go. And here he is. Didn't work. What's going on?
Hey folks, my name is Pocan Joe. I have 2 channels here on YouTube. I collect comic books. I brought you a ton of comic books to look at tonight. First appearances, current reads, some Golden Age stuff. And we get to talk about my favorite subject of all time, me. So if you have any questions, please put them in the chat. I love talking about myself.
Awesome.
That's great, man.
Beautiful. Awesome, Joey. How are you? Nice to be here.
I am doing
Appreciate
well.
it.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I know because our family lives and everything all between, been waiting for this for a long time. So,
Yes,
Joey,
sir.
I appreciate you being here big time. I know it's late for you. Got a lot to talk about. A lot of things to talk about.
Mhm.
So tell the community about yourself, please. Things up here really quick.
Everybody calls me Joey or Pocan Joe or Pocan. Call me whatever you want. I have 2 channels on YouTube. One's Evil Lair Projects and Builds. That's my newest channel where we take a concept from a comic book, and within 30 days we try to make something and we give it to somebody in the community. Usually the person that came up with the concept or the idea. My longest running show is Pocan Joe's Comic Book Reviews. I do a weekly comic book haul. I read everything as fast as I can. I take notes on it, and then I tell you, in my perspective, what the story is kind of related to. We deal with a lot with philosophy and some psychology,
Which I really enjoy, Joey.
I also sit on the Blaster Stash crew, where we do a weekly comic book review. 3 people, 3 different opinions. Very rarely do we ever agree, but when we do, that's the comic book you need to be reading. And also recently, I've been on Legion of Comics at Week's End, where I pretty much do the same thing there. So we kind of dive a little deeper into a comic book, like the comic book currently Steel, how that's actually the story of Hamlet. They just took the insanity out of it and what made it super cool that they did that and why it worked. So yeah, we dive deep into comic books.
Nice. I like that. See, a lot of people don't think about that, and I know we got a newer generation of younger folks that are coming up. We're all old guys. We're all old parts, other than Jeff. Sorry, Jeff.
Well, yeah, I'm in the cut. I'm behind every. I'm the younger one.
Like 13 going on 27.
Yeah.
I love you, buddy. You understand what I mean?
No, yeah, I understand.
But
I'm pretty much in the cusp of what you're saying, like the newer generation of collecting. But I'm learning a lot more, and I'm collecting older.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah, I mean, like it took me a while to convince Jeff to get into. Check out the Golden Age a little bit. Check out a little bit of the other material. You'll find a lot of cool stuff in it.
Yep.
I brought you some Golden Age to sneak.
Awesome.
Look at this guy.
Awesome. My favorite. My favorite.
I've always done more silver and more bronze, just because that was more my generation. But I do like a lot of Golden Age stuff. It's just it's harder to come by and it's expensive a lot of times.
It is. That's a whole nother level of collecting there.
Yeah.
The rules do not apply in Golden Age.
No, they do not. They do not. And that's the thing I tried to, unfortunately, a lot of the younger generation is so hyped up in what they see in movies and what they see on their TV and not know about the history.
I like the history behind it more than anything.
And you're understanding what I mean by that when I talk about that. You see what I'm talking about. It's like, yeah, it's unreal. But
actually, I got a book tonight. I'll go ahead and show you something interesting.
Sure, absolutely.
You'll like this.
Make him grande.
That for some reason nobody ever specs on, and it's probably the #1 book everybody should be specking on. Now, I don't believe in speculation. I don't think it's a market, but it's Submariner Hulk issue number 88. Anybody know why?
Oh yes, wow. I know
That's
this one.
Cool, dude.
Beautiful.
This is the first time that you ever hear the words uttered Hulk smash.
Nice.
Now see, that's cool.
People doesn't. Yeah, you can tell the newer generation doesn't read it because if they did,
that's cool, man. I've never seen that book in person. That's killer.
Yeah, I actually picked this book up for $10.
Yep, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe it.
And that's nuts. He tried to sell it for 15. I told him I'd give him 10.
And you want to know why? You want to know? You want to know why? You want to know why you got it for $10? Because it's not a spec book.
Yeah.
Right.
Why isn't it?
That's what's funny though. The whole spec thing is, it's
irritating. It's irritating. It's cool.
It's a thing, great. And it's something to have fun with, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's just like anybody else, guys that get into Porsches and Mustangs.
Sure.
Always feed off the parts and stuff.
Sure.
It is what it is.
Did you have another one?
Oh, you want to see something else?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We all like to show our books. We like to talk about them as well.
Okay. Another book that kind of goes underrated.
Yes, buddy.
That's
X-Men 125. Great Phoenix story.
Yep.
This one I picked up because it dropped. I think we all know what this one is.
Yeah,
of course.
Lobo.
First Lobo.
Yeah, I love Lobo.
This is a good one. This is the first Behemoth.
Yes.
Nice.
Really good book.
Wow, that's cool.
And then, of course, I'll be honest, I cover by just like everybody else does.
Yep. But you're doing the right thing.
Another book that goes highly unvalued. This is the first Boomerang.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Number, what was it? 81. Yeah.
Nice.
Best Boomerang ever, right there. So there's a sampling. I got some more good stuff for you.
Yes, Firehawk. Yes, sir.
Totally Firehawk.
Yes. Love the X-Men. Beautiful. Okay.
Hey, Robert,
Jeff,
you want to see something weird about this book?
Absolutely, Jeff. Go ahead.
Because I just noticed that when I opened it and flipped through it.
What's the number one rule when you go through old books?
Yeah, I know, get gloves. But one thing is, this is a reader copy.
Not just gloves.
Yeah.
Make sure they're all intact.
No, it's intact. But the interesting thing is, these damn staples are rusted, and it's a newer. Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I said this is a reader copy, because I just noticed the staples were rusted.
It because it is good. I know that one.
No. Yeah, I know that. I'm just saying It's very weird to see a new book with rusted staples.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Check the
this
pages.
is no. The pages are fine.
Are
The
they?
yeah, the
water
staples.
damage?
No water damage. No nothing. It's just the staples are rusted. That's
I wonder if
weird.
it's oxidation.
Maybe. Yeah, but think about it. It's probably early 2000s is when this book came out. So now it's about 10 years. So I'm not surprised even if, but it should be able to, yeah.
Yeah, definitely check that
It's
out.
still a little weird, man. Because I still count this as a newer generation book. You know what I mean? If it was the Silver Age or Golden Age book, I can understand.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so who would like to start off with the first question? Deuce, Jeff?
I'll start.
Yeah,
Go
let's
ahead,
do.
Deuce.
All right. So Jeff, you were just talking about how you do a bunch of different shows with different people. What is the newest book that you all three agree on that we should be reading?
Yeah.
Joe. I already said mine in the beginning. That's why I got over with.
It hasn't happened in the last 2 weeks. Unfortunately, we had to take a little break from Blaster's stash. They had some family issues. But one of the things that we all agreed on is we were all enjoying Department of Truth. We didn't necessarily agree on the art, but we could agree on the story and the little bits of, like, I like the esotericness of it.
Sure.
I like the woo-woo, if you will, of it. I like that stuff because it's based off of things you already know about, like Bigfoot and
history.
Stuff like
History.
Yeah. It's just enough stuff that you remember back in the 80s when everything was cultish and all that stuff. They kind of touched on that. And I thought that was smart on the writer's part, so we did agree on that.
Cool.
I don't know if you noticed, Deuce, but the very beginning of my intro, when I did Joey's intro with the new Cthulhu.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was good.
Did you notice? Did you notice that I put it all in ruin?
Man.
It was in ruin. It was all in ruin. Welcome to the Nerdy Collective Show.
That was killers, man. I dig that. And I'm looking really forward to you opening your Christmas
shout out to John Hoffman. John Hoffman made me that video for winning like auctions on his show once in a while. He would like throw that up. It was his newest one. So I had him modify it for me. So a big shout out to John Hoffman. Big time.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
Well, I have to tell you, I'm trying not to get on this thing because I have a lot of people out there that will Instagram me and ask me, G-Man, what do you think of this book? What do you think about this book? What do you think about this book? Mm-hmm. And they always want to hear my opinion about certain things. And I'm afraid to disappoint them. But see, that's one thing I've always liked about you, Joey. It's like, even when you're on Blast, and I watch Blast on his Fashion when you guys are on, I watched it on the rewind because you guys do it live at a weird time. Yeah. When every once in a while, and I can catch you live. That's awesome. But I always watch that show when you're on there. And when you guys talk about books, even your latest reviews, you do it in a very like, not so hype, but kind of like use your own judgment.
Yeah, I straight up say I think this is garbage. Let me tell you why.
It tells you the truth.
Comment down below.
Exactly right, and that's the way it should be. Maximilian, thank you for being here, brother. Real quick, sorry, shout out.
Oh no,
overseas, buddy. Thank you for being here. All right, so I tried to people have been asking me for that, and so I've been reading new material. And my older material, like an example, the latest one, my oldest one from 1969, I actually bought from John. No, actually, I won this from John because it was on one of his auctions. See, if you haven't seen John Hoffman's videos he does one every 2 weeks. He's not doing one until like January or something like that. But he's got, apparently I won a tag and he wins this dot. You win a dot on the back. And if you win a dot, you get to go to the wall and you pick out a comic. You pick 1 through 13 or 1 through 15 or whatever. And these things show up and you get bonus credits or whatever. Wait, so it makes the auction, or I should say the claim it sale fun, you know, and it's just fun. And I picked a number and I actually got this and I was very happy. Did not expect this. But the reason I know about this It's
Yeah,
issue
buddy.
76 of Fantastic Four. But the thing that a lot of people don't know is when you see the cover, one of my favorite characters has a lot to do in this book, and that's Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
So more Silver Surfers inside this, and I already know that. So I was shocked to even win this. And he was like, "Hey, look at this," and I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "I know what that book is. Awesome."
Hey,
I'll
wasn't
take
that the book? Wasn't that the book that he talked you out of last time?
That was the book I passed on the last time. I actually picked 13. He goes, "You sure you want 13?" I go, "Fine, I'll take 7." He goes,
Yeah.
"It was a modern book, and I got
That's
a modern
hilarious.
book to pass this up. I still won it. You know, it
That's
was
great.
awesome."
That's so funny.
But anyway, something like that. And I like getting back on squirreling right now. Sorry, guys. You gotta say
Hey.
squirrel. That's
No,
all.
you're right. Yeah, that's
Secret
the fun
code
part
for
of it.
G-Man going off the wall. So getting back to the story, people ask me. So as an example, I gave this 5 tentacles. I got to figure out to get it. I got to get a graphic in there where I can put a 1 tentacle, 2 tentacle, and
Yeah,
this book. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a big horror genre fan. So this is a horror genre. It's not your Spider-Man or anything like that right now that's going on. But this is a really good read, you guys. It's really, really good. And this is one of like 4 different covers, I think. It doesn't matter what cover you get. If you like reading, this is a great horror story. Excellent. Nightmare. I'm not going to tell you what it's about because I don't want to give it away. But it's excellent.
That's a problem. I don't like reading. I like looking at pictures. That's bad.
I assume it has something to do with
Then
Bellini.
you're going to be really
Poor
disappointed
ladies.
when you read
Yeah.
Golden Age.
Yeah.
A lot of reading.
Yeah.
All right. Jeff, do you have a question for Joey?
Yeah. What's your favorite? Who's your favorite character, and what got you into building things?
All right, so that's actually a very
2 questions.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll break this down. So my favorite comic book character, I would say, is of course Captain America. I'm retired military, United States
Oh,
Army.
okay.
Yep.
So that pretty much just
Real
covers me.
American hero. Sorry, Joey. Got to say that. Thank you for your services.
Besides that, and GI Joes. Like I'm
Yep.
a huge Beachhead fan from GI Joes. I don't know. That was my favorite GI Joe. He was an Army Ranger. I was an Army Ranger. It's like we're brothers.
Nice. Nice.
What got me into building things? So, long story short, my mother was the reader and the literary person in our family, and my dad was a legit no shit rocket scientist.
Nice.
He was an engineer. He was a materials expert, which I am now as well. Not for NASA, just for my own company. But so what got me into building things is we grew up on a horse farm. We raised horses as well, equestrian horses.
Okay.
And we had to be very self-reliant because of where we're at. Well, luckily, my father being a materials expert, blacksmithing was a thing, welding was a thing, all your typical things. But my dad was just a scientist. So what ended up happening is you learned all these things, but you actually learned it through him. You actually learned a more detailed point of it. So that's where that came in. Like I made my first Damascus knife when I was like 8 years old.
Wow.
Wow. Really?
That's crazy.
With nails, old nails, because my dad was showing me how
So
the two
as we're
metals.
talking about this, you're getting on the subject. So everybody out there, I post Joey's links of his shows down below. So please go check them out. Go subscribe, like, share it. I got to show you some pictures because there's another reason why I like Joey. And Joey's also creative on the other hand. He works in his shop. And what is your shop called? What do you call it?
The Evil Lair.
The Evil Lair. And I got to show you guys something. So first, this is one of my favorite pieces you've done. You've also done one that I couldn't download the picture, but he did a oh my goodness, brain fart.
Rocketeer.
Thank you very much.
Helmet.
He did a Rocketeer helmet.
Yeah, we actually made that for a veteran. Yeah.
That's awesome. Now check this out, you guys. I'm going to show you some pictures here. I'm just going to come on in the middle of the screen. Can you see that? Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Now Joey He likes to be creative. Check this out. One of our favorite villains of all time that has got his hands into everything. Check this out. Bam. Dr. Doom all the way. You have no idea.
Pretty boy that there has
Awesome
one
piece.
scar and has to wear a mask.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I'm going to show him again. Back up.
We gave that to Legion of Comics is the proud owner of that.
That,
cool.
well, you know what? Legion of Comics, I'm jealous.
Right.
I might have to hire you and make me one.
Make it.
Would you make one if somebody wanted one?
So
Make
we
it
don't
go.
we don't normally make the same thing twice, but the rule is if your comic gets picked in one of the comments or in a passive conversation, then I'll make it. I send it to you for free.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Repeat that one more
Mhm.
time, Joey.
So the goal is if we're in a passive conversation or you leave a comment about a superhero, like don't get specifics or anything like that. Like I'm making a lightsaber in a few months. And the guy's
Nice.
like, I just want a lightsaber. Just make a lightsaber, please.
I
So
love it.
we're gonna make
Right.
a working, stunt lightsaber for a guy. So yeah, just it has to be comic book themed in some way, shape, or form. And I'll get to pick what materials we use and how elaborate we get with it.
That is awesome, Joey. Okay, so on that same subject, since Jeff got on this, tell us about this picture. What is this? What were you doing here?
So if you're familiar with the YouTuber Nick's Kicks and Comics, we generally refer to him as Nicky 9.5. He's missing half a finger.
Ah.
What I did is I made him 4 prosthetic fingers. One had a razor blade in it for unboxing videos. One had a laser right there, and then 2 were actually functioning. Whenever he moved his wrist, it would close. So they were working.
Oh, that's cool.
Very cool. Wow, that is really cool.
It is cool.
Hell yeah.
But
You can see
the only
why
problem with the other finger, he could lose another finger on the other hand.
It was sharp. Like
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
He jokingly opened up a box, just holding it, and like I sharpened that Joker. Oh,
okay. So the next one here has got my interest because I asked you earlier about what this is. This is really cool. I'm sorry. I love stuff like this. What is this?
So that is 2 lasers. One's a straight beam laser that can shoot for up to a mile. That's that disc thing you see. The thing on the other side is a display laser that reacts to music. And I made the entire thing using about 3 laptops, a couple of cell phones, and some junk.
Cool.
That is awesome.
Very cool. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, I'm sorry. I love it. It's called tinkering. And I love tinkering.
We actually had to make the I say we all the time because I think I have a split personality, but the actual the laser controller in it, you see in the video, I actually scraped off a circuit board and redid the circuit board down by my own diagram that I had on it.
Really?
That was a hard one. Like I had to really figure that out.
Right.
Wow. Still
That's cool.
very, very cool.
Mhm.
Very cool. I like that. All right. Gentlemen, more questions?
Yeah. So you already told us who your favorite hero is. Who's your favorite villain?
So villains are really my thing. I don't think
Cool.
Me too.
it's easy to do the superhero thing.
Yep.
Surprisingly, when it comes to villains, I wish you could collide the ones I like together into one character. But I'm a huge fan of Ultron. I like this character. I like the way it thinks, the way it interacts. Because I don't really see him as a bad guy. I just see him as more of a curiosity. I really like him. Also, I love it when a villain's villainous. And my favorite villain of all time is the Riddler. I am a huge Riddler.
Nice. Nice. The Riddler.
Yeah.
Wow. You don't hear that very often. That's pretty cool. Why do you like the Riddler? That's my.
I like the Riddler because I almost think, to some level, he wants to be caught, and that intrigues me. I love the way that he kind of tests the intelligence of other people. That's the whole point of the riddle, right?
Sure.
He knows the answer. Do you know the answer, or can you figure out the answer? So I find him to be more engaging than most other villains.
Okay, very cool. I can understand
I like
that.
it.
Absolutely.
That makes sense.
Chaos and Comics, thank you for being here, brother. Appreciate it.
Chaos and Comics, what's going on, bro?
Whoa, okay. What's the 3 best Riddler stories? You have a question for me.
Oh man, like
That's a tough question.
that's
Yeah.
that's going to be a hard one. Believe it or not, I actually liked the last run that he was in. Oh, I forget the name of the main storyline.
Wasn't it a Joker something?
Yeah, the
Riddler
Joker War
War?
stuff. I actually liked him in that. I didn't much care for the story itself, but I liked the character in it. I thought because I liked how he was just all technology at that point. I thought that was really smart. Bring him up to date.
Right.
I'm actually excited about him in the new movie. Like,
Okay.
I kind of want to see where they take that. I'm very excited about that. But of course, his first Silver Age run would be the all-time. That's what you know as the Riddler today, and I think that's probably my favorite.
Edward Nigma.
Nice. And please, chat, if you got a question for Joey, please ask it in the chat, and I'll make sure to put it up. Just
Yeah,
make
If I
sure.
know the answer, I'll just make something up and make it sound smart.
So
Hey, fake it till you make it, man.
exactly. So Joey, you're if I'm not mistaken, I might have heard you wrong. Are you a teacher?
No, well, nothing's simple with me.
That's all right. No, because I remember you mentioning it one time.
Yeah,
I actually
do,
taught something. What was it?
So I do a lot of teaching when it comes to like entrepreneurialism and things like that, and market, and how to take things to market, and how to take something from prototype to marketing.
Okay.
I work for the Small Business Administration during the day, and at night I actually have my own business where we have like a small think tank where we come up with various things that the government's looking to be made in theory. And what we do is we take those concepts and we bring them to life. And generally, because of my military background, we usually work with like DARPA or something like that.
Right.
Okay.
Very cool.
Joey is a stripper. Only that one time.
Oh, we got
Weekend when
comics
nobody's watching.
Kurt's in the house. Yo, buddy, how you doing? Chaos, I love you, buddy. Yeah, he's always so. You ever noticed about Chaos? He's very witty.
Yeah, he is witty.
Very witty.
Yes.
Brains, and I love it.
Well, he's only a stripper during the holiday season because you got to get.
Right.
Second favorite villain or hero? Tory Comics.
Second favorite. For heroes, I would have to go with. Let me think. I have to go with Deadpool. I like the wittiness of Deadpool. Not like Liefeld's Deadpool because he wasn't very funny after him.
No.
I like the witty banter back and forth. Yeah, it can get a little deep with the fourth wall break and everything, but it's still funny at the end of the day, and I enjoy that.
Yes, it is.
Let me think. Secondary villain that I absolutely love. I know I should say Thanos. I know everybody's like, say Thanos. I don't really much like Thanos. I don't find him particularly interesting. He's just a cosmic nihilist at the end of the day.
He's a comet. In my point of view of when it comes to him, everybody thinks he's like, okay, without the fucking, but without the glove, he's basically a warlord. He's a battle warlord.
He's a warlord.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. He's nothing.
You're right.
Without that without the damn glove, he's nothing.
Yeah.
And basically he's dying because of the damn glove.
I would have to say for my second villain, and I'm going to have to pull something kind of obscure here. I would have to go with, what's the character's name? I was trying to show off how comic book smart I was, and I just failed.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I would have to go with the Red Skull.
That's a good choice. I like that.
Red Skull. Not because I'm like a fan of Nazis or anything.
No. I understand why. Because he's interesting.
He is very interesting to me.
Yes.
I do find him. If there's one good thing you can say about him, right? You shouldn't say anything good about Nazis, but you can say that he has a bit of noblisk to him, and he is passionate about what he does.
Yes, that's
He's in the wrong direction.
Exactly. He's got a. You know what? I've always thought of Red Skull as being kind of up there in similarity when it comes to like Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
in a very close.
So we can get here's an easy way to describe the type of characters that I like.
There you
I'm
go.
a huge fan of the Odyssey. I read the Odyssey every year, different versions of it. It is my favorite story. And the reason why it's my favorite is because it's the only story in mythology or in ancient writings, period, where a normal man defeats the gods.
Yes.
Consistently.
Outwits him.
Yeah, outwits them, outsmarts them, has to figure things out on the fly, even falls down on his face, learns from it, and carries his friends with him all the time. And all he's trying to do is get home. And that resonates to me. So when a villain does this, like the Red Skull, you could fit him in that.
Yep.
Or even a comic book hero, that's kind of what really resonates with me.
Okay.
By the way, I'm sorry, guys. I keep interrupting. I'm going to let you get continued with the questions, but I've noticed your ring finger.
Yes.
You're a Mason.
I'm a master Mason. I was the worshipful master
of
2 lodges here in Virginia. I'm also a member of the American Legion. I've been a post commander for 2 different American Legions.
Cool.
Excellent. My father is part of that too, as well.
Mm-hmm.
I have respect for that. That's excellent. Okay. Gentlemen, more questions because I'm going to let the chat ask some questions here. They got some questions in the chat.
Well, I see you've got a massive pop collection there behind you, and you said that a little bit talking earlier that that was your wife's collection.
Yes.
And I know you don't really collect them, but I mean, I see you're pretty much buried in them over there. So
yeah. So let me give you a quick tour of my wife's pop collection. Real quick.
Oh my goodness!
It's massive, dude. It's respectable.
If Queen G sees this, she's gonna freak out.
I have quite a few myself, so it's highly respectable. Oh yes.
Wow! Look at that.
That's
all that.
How many in her collection?
That's all Harry
Joey.
Potter right there alone.
Joey, does she have a number on it?
I'm sorry?
Does she have a number on it? How many in her collection?
I'm sure she does. I just make the shelves.
I love it. Look at his face. Look at his face. He goes, I just make the shelves.
I'll show you my one pop. That's my one pop.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Cool.
That's awesome. Dude, you know what? You know what's cool though too, Joey? It's like it's fun when you can share it with your partner. Like big time. Big time.
This is the kind of stuff that when me and my wife go to a con or something, this is a reason for me and her to go do something like a Comic Con together.
That's cool.
They got plenty of this stuff there. I don't care how much they are because I'm about to go drop 3-4 bills on a comic.
Yeah.
There you go, buddy. There you go. I totally get it. I totally get
it.
It bugs me. Okay, gentlemen out there, husbands and wives, I get this question as well. I go, listen, happy wife, happy life. Okay. Yep. If you can share your collection or share something, see, like Joey, I'm going to be honest, and my queen's going to watch this on the rewind. I know she will, but I started a monster. I started on that pop thing behind you. When she sees this video, she's going to be like, I want that. The shelves and all that. She's going to be bugging me now. I guarantee it.
Actually interesting that you mentioned that. So
yes,
my wife was buying pops that weren't superhero related. And then all of a sudden we went to a con and she saw this pop right here.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Oh.
And she goes, is that Batman? So now me and my wife are talking about comic books. Now me and my wife have been married for 25 years.
Yep.
Wow.
We've never shown an interest in comic books.
Congratulations.
And then all of a sudden we get all this is Marvel and DC stuff here now. So she just took off with these things too. So it was cool because I got to share with her that story, and I was reading Dark Metal at the time. So, and I was like, "Do you want to read the comic book?" She was like, "No." She still.
That's like my wife.
My wife reads long books like I do. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to say. I'm happy to say I helped contribute to the Queen G's pop addiction too. So.
She has to deal with my psychotic hobbies. It's unbelievable. I've had lots of them, but I have to say, Joey, though, I admire what you do. I'm being serious about that. When it comes to your creative, what I call tinkering.
Mhm.
When you make something, you have something stuck in your head. So when you come up with an idea, do you just have to like keep going with it?
No, I actually. So here's where things are weird. I'm
Yep.
actually not that creative, and I'm not artistic, and I'll say why before everybody tells me how wrong I am.
Okay.
I actually don't come up with the ideas. You
Okay.
do. You, the community, does. And
Huh.
I sit there and I just formulate in my head how it actually fits. I look at it like you would figure out any problem, right? You work it forward and then you work it backwards to make sure it can be completed as a whole. And that's all I do at the end of the day, really.
But you know what it really is, though, that I see that what you just said, I see that's your mental challenge.
Oh yeah, it's all a
And
game.
you use mental challenge, and you're willing to take that risk. That's
So
awesome.
one other thing we do, again, we have rules. It has to be 30 days, but a rule that most people don't know is I have to pick up a new skill set while we do it.
So you challenge yourself.
Yeah, I have to add something. Like when we made Thor's hammer,
Yeah.
I couldn't use any power tools, so I'm out there chiseling like an old Egyptian square block.
Awesome. That's awesome.
I would have been halfway through the damn thing. I would have went, screw this.
That's cool, though.
That is cool.
I admire that. I think
The
that's
laser,
excellent.
I had to make my own circuit board. I've never made a circuit board before, so I had to learn how to make a circuit board pretty quickly. And then after several failures, I am comfortable with failure. We finally got one that worked, and yeah, it worked.
And just so anybody who's coming in here a little bit later, I'm just going to show this again. So tell people what this is one more time.
So that was a prosthetic finger we made for a gentleman, and we stuck a laser in it.
And this?
That is a legit laser that can piss off pilots.
And your neighbors.
I love it. This is my favorite. I'm sorry, it's my favorite. This
Dr. Doom's mask made from 22 gauge steel.
Nice.
22 gauge steel.
Mm-hmm.
And why the choice of that particular type of metal?
That's what was available at the hardware store.
Okay. Makes total sense. I love it. Okay. All right, gentlemen, got more questions? Oh, wait. Okay, more questions?
You're up, Jeff.
I can't think of one. Can you? Deuce.
Deuce?
Well, I mean, I could go on and on and on. Let's be honest.
I want to get to the chat a couple.
Yeah,
questions.
go ahead and get the chat real quick. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So we can think of one and think of some more.
Okay. This one is from Toys and Reviews. Second favorite villain or hero?
We did that, yeah.
Okay. Maximilian asked, what is your favorite Funko Pop
Oh,
or Funko and why? Well, it's his
Okay.
wife, buddy.
So my wife's favorite Funko Pops are definitely her Harry Potters, especially Harry Potter Gen 1, the first one that came out. I'm not allowed to touch that, so I can't bring it over here.
Sounds
That's
familiar.
My favorite one. So my wife got this for her collection. If I looked at my wife's collection, I was like, what would be my favorite in her collection?
Yep.
It would definitely be this one right here. It's actually why I chose to do the show in here tonight. And of course, it's
OG Iron Man, yep.
right. Like
That's the Mark 1.
Absolutely. I get it.
Yeah, that's the
That's
Mark
awesome,
1
buddy.
spring collection, or the spring
Awesome.
shirt sticker.
Yeah,
See, you're lucky you get to touch them. I can't touch my wife.
Yeah, G-Man might lose a hand.
Very severe OCD.
Yeah.
She's got it organized, literally organized in
Yeah.
sections.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, that would be my favorite one in my wife's collection. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like my Zartan, but it is just Zartan.
Right.
Okay, so Comics on the Mind asked the question, do you have any favorite indie reads?
I'm glad you mentioned that because I have what I'm currently reading right here. So I love Refridge Full of Heads. It's not really an indie. It's
I was
Vertigo.
curious about it, though.
It's a good read. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
that
Mostly
Joe Hill
because it
again?
takes place in the 80s.
Joe Hill. Yeah.
Joe Hill, yeah.
Yeah. Some other indies I really like that are coming out. probably something a lot of you aren't getting. Delta Dogs. This was the variant cover that Oscar LeMay did for me that I asked for him to do.
Yep.
Love me some Delta Dogs. Department of Truth. I love the book. This is so brilliantly written. And just to finish it out for reads that I've been doing, Order of the World, Arkham Knights. I think this should be getting more credit than what it's getting.
It's nice to see you throwing some DC up there.
Yes, I do love my DC.
Yep, I do too.
To continue on with DC, Steel.
Oh yeah, I got that one. That's a good one.
Yeah. And you'll see kind of a theme in everything that I read. Dark Ages.
Oh yes, I'm noticing that.
Yeah.
Yes. And of course, this new Moon Knight run. Oh my God! What?
Yeah.
Really? Are you kidding me? This is good too. So those are kind of my ongoing titles that I know I have to pick up those when I go to the comic book store. Sure. Anything else is a free for all.
Right.
Okay. Man.
Any other cover buys you picked up recently? Anything that's really jumped off the shelf that you just had to pick up?
Yes. Well, yes, there was.
We all cover buy, to some degree. Oh, nice.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
Oh, I do. It's the Pooh Bear. It's a Pooh Bear variant, but it's called the Tigger variant.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is that Tigger on the cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the Pooh Bear one. You remember that Pooh Bear one that I had the Deadpool one and the boobs? Yeah, I got the Ebas one.
Some cover buys that I always get. Anything.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go, buddy.
It's a monster on it. I love old school monsters.
There you go. See, my weakness is Joey. It's like anything with a tentacle on the cover, I buy.
Oh, okay.
Old school, especially.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Tentacle and skulls.
Cover buy that I just got. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of this book, but I just picked it up at C2E2.
That's a nice book, buddy.
We just sent that one off to Germany. I just sent one off to Germany to VV.
Yeah, awesome, buddy.
Of course. Well, here, these are my number one issues. I'll just run through these real quick.
Okay.
So, again, I like busy covers.
Yep. Nice. The Invaders is such an underrated book.
Yep.
God,
big time.
Good read. These two iconic covers. I love me some iconic covers.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Yes, sir. There you go.
Right.
Are you looking forward to the new Disney special they're going to do of her?
I'm going to hold my judgment.
Maybe. Right. It's a maybe. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anything with armor and robotics in it.
Machine Man.
I'm about that. And of course, he's kind of slips through the crack issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Logan's Run's an excellent book.
And then if you take me into my Golden Age stuff,
yes, sir.
Majority of my collection is actually Golden Age.
Beautiful.
So if you don't know, this is actually it's a promo. There was 2 issues of this, and then a couple of advertisements where this guy was he actually eats Tootsie Rolls to get stronger. It's kind of like Popeye and spinach.
Huh.
Some of it. I'm a huge collector of Ranger comics. I love Ranger comics.
There you go.
That's cool.
It's hard for me to say no to a Ranger comics. Same thing with old school Daredevil.
Yes, I have a few of those.
Beautiful.
Big shout out to Steve Whiting, by the way, on those.
Cool Captain Marvel covers.
Yes.
Punching something. This one just recently got turned on to, and it's another rabbit hole for me. Boy Commandos. I didn't know much about them.
Oh, boy.
I have a couple of those. Good.
And probably my most interesting book, and I brought it especially for your show. Funny Frolics,
nice.
#1.
Huh. Oh, that's
Is that issue 1?
Yeah.
Wow. Was it 54?
44.
44.
Wow.
I can't see the. Oh my goodness! Turn it just there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
So yeah.
Beautiful.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
That was a cool little find.
Heck yeah. What'd you pay for it?
We're not going to talk about that.
No.
Total respect, buddy. I get it.
All right, I got a question for Joe now.
Yes.
So what's a build that if you had unlimited funds, what's a build that you would want to do if you had unlimited funds?
A legitimate jetpack.
Oh yes. I like jetpack.
You know, it's just what you would have to use for fuel alone for it. You know, it works off of a liquid to gas ratio, and it's just super expensive to have that stuff compressed and done. So that would probably be my legit thing. Either that or my own rocket ship.
Nice.
You would have to have flame retardant pants because if you're gonna be launching off, hey, man.
I love it. Love it. Okay.
All right. So how about a Grail book? What kind of Grail books are you out there hunting for right now?
I'm still trying to find that Ranger Comics #1. They say it exists.
Okay, what was the Ranger? What date is the Ranger?
Ranger Comics went all the way back again mid-40s.
Is it mid-40s?
Yeah, probably a little lesser than that.
Okay.
But I have issues 5 through 27, and that's as high as I want to go because then they get kind of weird after that.
Yeah.
Right.
Those first 5 issues are almost impossible to find.
Okay.
Right.
That and believe it or not, a nice conditioned Silverhawks #1 because I have this 80s cartoon fetish right now.
Silverhawks.
Yeah, I can't find it anywhere.
I'll be on the lookout, man. I'm always on the hunt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. Let me know. I'll pay. Like, oh my God, I can't find it.
Yeah, I just started rewatching Gargoyles again. I haven't watched that show in forever, and I started watching that again. And then I was like, okay, well, I know the Pops exist. I got to go hunt those suckers down.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you know, comics exist too, right?
Oh yeah, I know the comics are out there. I don't have any of the comics. I might have a couple, maybe somewhere in the stacks, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, but Gargoyle 1, the price went up.
How much?
I'm not sure, but I know for sure it popped a couple months ago. I'm hoping it's on the cold.
Why did Gargoyles all of a sudden become popular? I've got like
they're supposed to be rebooting the show, from what I understand.
Yeah, that's why.
Really?
On Disney Plus, yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
But it's funny because the old show is, I think it maybe is on Disney. I can't remember, or it's on Netflix. I can't remember, one of the two.
No, Disney Plus. Disney owns it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be. But I got the what kind of started the whole thing again with me with Gargoyles is they put out a NECA figure, like a Mega Goliath figure. Yep. Dude, and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely like probably one of the coolest NECAs I have, and I've got probably 30 different NECA figures.
No,
most of them horror. Most of them horror, of course, but
well, Gargoyles count as horror. They fit in as horror.
Rock and roll, man. One of the two for me usually. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Getting back to that really quick. I'm sorry, Deuce.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Comics of Mine asked you, Joey, he said, do you have any indie reads?
Already asked. You already asked.
Yeah, but Delta Dogs would probably be my thing from Millennial Comics.
Delta
I would
Dogs?
definitely check them out online. It's a good story.
Also, Chaos and Comics asked, Thanos has some of the cool storylines, especially the Lemire Gates runs.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Lemire
and he's loving your Odyssey thing as well. Yeah. Kurt is asking. He's calling you my dude. He's getting excited. Dang. Quote of the night. And Maximilian. Hold on. Respect to anyone who hasn't read the books needs to. Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. And what was it? Ramboy. I'm just catching up with the chat. Sorry, guys.
No doubt. No, you got to.
Hi, bros. Good afternoon. And we have Ronnie Boy Comics, first time catching a live stream. Well, thank you very much for being here, brother. I appreciate it. Okay. Next question, gentlemen.
Oh man. Well, the Deuce, you got one?
Well, I mean, So, what do you think is a super underrated book that people are not reading that you haven't mentioned? Because you definitely get some kind of stuff that's off off the beaten path, which is cool.
Yeah.
Which I like. I mean, honestly, if we all read just mainstream everything, it'd be kind of boring.
Yep,
A
it'd be
couple
pretty
of some
boring.
more underground books, and it was actually the sequel of this book recently came out. I don't know if y'all heard of the book Vinyl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love
Yes!
that.
Yes.
So that's actually a sequel to Plastic.
Plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this book. This is
Yeah,
good.
I do too.
This tiptoes across the insane mind as it as it becomes okay with being insane. Like it knows it's okay or it's insane and it's okay with it. Like, oh man, the love doll stuff, crazy.
I agree.
Off the wall stuff. Again, something I don't know if people heard of. Decorum.
Yes.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is super weird. Like this gets like cosmic nihilism in its finest. It's the second time I've said that tonight. That's weird.
That's all right. Okay.
But yeah, those are kind of the more underground stuff. If you want to go golden age underground stuff, I really like. So there's Ranger Comics, and then there's Rangers, right? It doesn't say comics on it, and it actually depicts a Ranger unit from World War II, one of the first commando teams that were out there. It's a golden age book, and it is just a joy to read. Slightly racist, but it's right. It was a different time, I guess, is what we're supposed to say. I don't know, but it talks about these Rangers going through Germany and they're not based off of any real combat stories or anything, but you know that somebody with a military background wrote it because it was written for adults.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my more. Now, if you want to get into just an absolute deep read, and you want to kind of expand into fallacies or anything like that, Silver Surfer Black is a good example of fallacies and how one can expect something because of their past and expect a reward for it, but the universe doesn't really care because nobody owes you anything, regardless of what you do.
Thank you.
I thought that was a good example of that.
Oh my goodness! Someone who actually got the story. Oh, you don't have any idea how frustrated I was with. Now, my buddies liked the Silver Surfer Black, but there was a few of my buddies in the community that were kind of like, but didn't understand what I was seeing in the story. Yeah. You got it.
You got to show the new toy, buddy.
One more time.
Yeah.
Big shout out to you, brother. Thank you. This is a belated birthday present that I could not find, and Deuce found it for me.
Yep.
Thank you very much, brother.
Silver Surfer Black. Got the hammer and everything.
I know. I love it. And that's probably the only one that could actually do it.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, that was a must-have for the G-Man.
I appreciate it. You can't tell.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. I'm telling you, Joey, because I got to try to find there is like 2 or 3 video sequences that I'm trying to track down, and it's from a movie, and it had I think of his name is Richard Gere. I think his name is Richard Gere. He played Mr. Goodbar. Is that Richard Gere?
Mr. Goodbar?
Yeah, the actor. That was the movie, Mr. Goodbar, but the actor was called, I think it was Richard Gere.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I know, but no, I didn't get to the question. The question was, he did a movie, and in this movie, I'll have to ask the Queen because she'll know it. And I'm trying to find some video clips of it because it was one of my favorites. I remember seeing it. Who are we saying hi to? Really quick.
Who dat?
Who dat?
Who dat's in the house? Yo, buddy. Happy holidays, buddy.
Because I love
Thank you, buddy.
Merry Christmas, Hana Ramadan, Kwanzaa.
Yes, you too, buddy. Appreciate it. But anyway, in the movie, it's like midway through, there's a whole scene with him in a comic book store. And what is he reading? Silver Surfer. And there's this little kid that's asking him, Why can't Silver Surfer just annihilate everything? He's got the cosmic power. And Richard Gere, the actor in this movie, is explaining it to him. It's I'm telling you, Pocan, it's awesome.
I'll have to find that. That sounds interesting.
I'm gonna find it. When I find it, I'll have it on one of the shows one time. But I know my queen knows it, and I'm just brain farting. I think it's called Reckless. Is it Reckless? I want to say Reckless is in the movie. But there's a whole scene in there that's like 5 or 6 minutes long, and it's all in Silver Surfer. It's excellent. Yeah, it's excellent. I'll find it and get it. But anyway, any more questions, gentlemen?
I'm way too tired. I can't think of anything.
You're not pinched for time, are you, Joey?
Nah.
Like, you don't have to go to church or anything tomorrow, it's all right?
Nah.
Okay.
Well, I want to show Joey at least some Golden Age that I ended up picking up. So, Straight Arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, issue 3. It is Frazetta's first. Well, not his first, but it's one of his Golden Age works. So, yeah, and I picked up Captain Marvel Jr.
Oh, there you go. Those are fun.
Yeah, and it's April of 1940 something. So, it's a birthday book, pretty much in the 40s.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I picked up yeah.
Nice.
That's my favorite one. That is my favorite.
And it's in Frazetta Interiors. So
nice.
main reason I picked that up, and then I got 2 other slabbed ones in here. I got this one because of the redhead, really.
Of course.
Yeah. And then I got this one, a low grade one, but it's still
another one of my favorites. The Weird Fantasy series is awesome.
Yeah.
Even a 1/8. Who gives a shit about the grade? It's still it's so nice.
That's pretty much what I picked. Golden Age that I picked up so far.
Good deal.
All right, where are we here?
Yeah, M3 Lions is saying, look at your Instagram, Pocan.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, I just saw he sent me a couple of pictures. That's pretty cool.
Right on. Martin over in the UK.
Yeah, Martin, what are you showing him? I wish I could show it.
It's Harry Potter stuff. Oh, I gotta show you.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the motorbike, the little closet that Harry Potter lived in, and looks like Hogwarts with costume people.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Very cool, buddy.
I'll be sure to show those to my wife. Thank you.
There you go, There you go, buddy. Excuse me.
Good stuff.
Where are we? There we go. Warner Brothers Studio UK. Okay, cool.
My wife's been to the one here in the States. I'll definitely show her now. Now she's gonna be all jealous, and then now I gotta buy her a plane ticket to England. I make it a point not to leave the U.S. because when I was in the Army, every time I did it, like people would get upset and try to shoot me. So I don't leave the U.S.
anymore. Oh my goodness! Do you have any questions for us, Joey?
Yeah, we talked about superheroes, and I've caught quite a few of these episodes actually. What are some of y'all's favorite heroes and villains?
Okay.
And why?
Everybody.
And why?
Yeah.
Do you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I got this. All right. So, number 1, Silver Surfer. And the reason why I say this is because I look at it in 2 different ways. He's more human than you can possibly imagine. All right. And looking for his self-identity. And also, at the same time, his enslavement. All right. And being what he is. I see him as not just as an alien humanoid, but I see him as one of us as being human. Okay. That's my true love for Silver Surfer, other than when I grew up with him. Now, anti-hero changes. I'm going squirrel, guys. Damn it. I feel like I'm going to
Squirrel.
Trying to stay focused. Sorry, because it gets me excited. I like Morbius. the living vampire as an
Right.
anti-hero. He's always been my favorite. Okay. Because even in the first series, even though there's a movie coming out, I don't care. I've loved Morbius since way back. Okay. Grew up with him as a kid. Love the story. The story is very cheesy in Amazing Spider-Man number 101. So if you go back and read it and see it, but him as a character fighting against the disease, fighting against the cancer, and trying to make himself better than what he is, and the struggles he's dealing with because of what he has. That's what I like.
That's funny because I always considered Morbius more of a an addict looking for a redemption.
Right.
Well, I can see that.
You know what? I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can definitely see that point of view. I definitely can.
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
all of you guys know mine pretty much. Most of the people know mine. Yeah.
And why?
The whole reason.
I want to hear the why. I got to hear the why.
Yeah, the why is because when I was a kid, I couldn't collect them. I'm just kidding. That's not the main reason, but the big reason is because I actually, I've been a fan I guess, for a while. I just didn't, you know what I mean? Didn't know pretty much, and I learned the history about her, and it fell hard pretty much. I really liked the history behind her, like how Frazetta created her, but the outfit is not even Frazetta's idea. It's actually somebody else's idea. That whole outfit, and she's from a different planet. So that's neat, so.
Splash page, buddy Monty, I sent you a link like in advance, way in advance. You can come on the show. I sent you the link through Instagram the way you wanted it. You could be here right now. Get in here. Come on, buddy. Sorry, down the hammer.
Yeah, and that's a big reason why I'm a fan of her in the first place, is because all the history behind her, really. That's the big reason why. And then now I'm friends with Frank Frazetta's granddaughter, so that's a big plus, so.
That's really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. So. Was
that the only one?
Well, I got a couple other ones, but that's the main one.
Give me the second one. Give him the second one.
Second one's pretty much Lady Death. So that's another one that I've always had interest in, but I've never, you know what I mean. I'm like, when I was in beginning collecting, I'm like, I'll get it later. I'll get it later, and then later, like the funniest thing was we went to a con. And I'm like, oh, they got Evil Ernie 1 from the Eternity run, and they got Vampirella 1, and so I'm running back. You should have seen it, Joe. I had like an energy drink previously, and I didn't have no food, so all you see is
you're all
booking it. Yeah. So I'm booking it from the other side of the con to the other side because the other vendor had the Vampy was on the other side of the whole convention. So all you see is me booking it back and forth, trying to make deals to see if I could get either one. So, but I've been a fan of both of them for a while, like because the big reason was I've never be able to afford a Vampy, you know what I mean? So I'm like the second best was maybe maybe I can at least afford a Lady Death first appearance. That's the big reason, you know what I mean? But not only that, but like learning more about her, and I started, liking it. We're liking her character more. Then I started liking a lot of the female characters more because my mom was a strong female. So I'm guessing that's probably why I'm attracted to strong female characters in general. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hope you're ready for this. I hope you're ready for this, Jeff. So you got Monty in the chat chatting it up. He said, I'm on my phone, and he says, Jeff, don't like the boobies. Where are you? Come on, get that damn.
He's on his phone.
Yeah, I'm on my phone too, bro. Come on, join in.
Okay, Deuce.
Well, I'm a big Nightcrawler fan from the X-Men, and the reason why, honestly, he looked like a blue demon. right? highly misunderstood, but he also was the conscience of the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So he really kept everybody kind of grounded because, you know, whether Wolverine was going off or Storm was freaking out or, you know, Colossus and Jean were, you know, spatting or whatever, like he was always kind of the one to bring the team back together. And he, you know, was super misunderstood by the way he looked, but he also, like I said, he was kind of the glue that held the group together for the most part, you know, and he would always kind of bring people back. And I also was a big fan of the Age of Apocalypse run, where they really showed the damage that he could do.
Oh, yeah.
Where he just decided to teleport. He could teleport somebody's head completely off of their body or their hand or their arm or their leg. I mean, he could pretty much, you know, just do whatever he wanted. And he's, you know, hard to catch, hard to get. And, you know, with the indigo skin blends in with, you know, anything in the dark. I mean, he's just, you know, he's just a very dynamic and underrated character, I always felt like.
He was my favorite character to play in the old X-Men game. Remember that?
Right? And as far as villains go, well, I could go a whole lot of different ways, but as far as just for just sheer diabolical crazy, I got to go with Bullseye.
Oh, you're going with some
he's just
yeah,
old school Daredevil. I mean, he's just absolutely bonkers, and just when he's set on something, and he's just a straight up killer, no conscience, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But he gets it done no matter what, and whatever his target is, it's, you know, forget it. He's you know.
That's a good it's a good one. He's a good example of I said psychopathy, which is just a form of being schizophrenic and psychopathic.
Yeah, he really is. He's completely psychopath, and he's, you know, but he's so good at what he does, and he's maniacal with it. Even it's amazing to see, you know, and just some of the old, you know, characters that he would come up against, and just like the sheer will that he had. No matter if he's been beat, he still just keeps coming. You know?
Yeah. That's a good one. I like that. I didn't even think about that one. Yeah, that's a good one.
But I'm a big Daredevil guy too, so of course, you know.
All right.
That's
cool. So let me ask you,
my favorites. And Kingpin probably a close second, because he was always so he messed with everybody so hardcore and would, you know, tear people down in any way, shape, and form that he could, you know, and he did it a whole different way than a lot of people would expect, because it wasn't just like a fist fight in the middle of the street necessarily.
I have this question. I'm not a Daredevil fan. I'm going to tell you why. You can boot me off and kick me off.
It's all right. No.
All I ever needed to do, if Daredevil was a real thing, right?
Yep.
He was attacking me, right? All I have to do is break out my 1980s boombox, stick 17 double C batteries in it, blast some NWA, and that dude is done.
Yep. You're not wrong. I mean, that's just it. Like,
you're not.
Well, it's kind of funny too, because like anybody who had like any kind of, well, I mean, that's the only way they got the suit off of Spider-Man too, was like, you know, what Mr. Fantastic created that huge loud sonic, you know, boom, basically, that just blasted the suit off of Parker, because Parker was losing his absolute mind, you know, because the suit was literally taking over, you know.
Love it.
And I thought that was always cool too. Venom has always been a cool anti-hero too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and he's really, you know, it's just an alien suit that pretty much augments pretty much augments and puts everything on blast, whoever the suit's attached to, whether it was Brock or Parker or whoever else, you know.
I always say all these characters that can be affected by sound, I'm safe because I'm married.
Right. But I really like the rendition of what they did with Charlie Cox's version of Daredevil 2. I thought that was just really super cool.
Good. Are you reading the new Reign now?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's a first issue. I might read issue 2. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, and again, you know, I was a big fan of the Frank Miller run from, you know, back in the day too. So that's kind of what got me started on it.
Nice.
Many moons ago.
I hear you.
Oh yeah, buddy. Don't worry about it. I get it. You get kids. Come on. Awesome. Sophia, thank you for being here.
Yeah, no, that's a spam. I've been hitting up chats all night today.
All right. Gentlemen, you had any more questions before I ask my last 2 questions of the night?
I'm good.
Rock on.
Yep.
Good? All right, Joe, you ready? 2 questions I ask every new guest that comes on the show. And you only have to ask it once because I'm going to tell you right now, Joey, you're invited anytime you want to come on after this, okay?
Thank you.
Anytime. And here we go. Do you have any inspirational thoughts or ideas for the community as a whole?
Don't find yourself concerned about what, especially if you're a YouTuber. Right? Don't find yourself overly concerned about what people think of you. They're only looking at you from one perspective. So their opinion doesn't matter.
Awesome. True. Very true.
Very true.
But by the way, that works both negative and positive. Oh, that just changed it.
Love it. Excellent. Okay. The next one. What does thinking outside the box mean to you? Now, everybody thinks that I'm thinking corporate. This is not a corporate question. What does thinking outside the box mean to you?
Thinking outside the box means that you need to acquire 3 types of yourself being a builder. And this is going to get kind of complicated, but I'm going to simplify it. There's 3 ways to build something. One from your heart, right? Build up people's emotions, motivation, things like that. One's with your mind, theoretically expand past the universe and figure out, problem solving. And of course, the last one's with your hands. If you master being a builder in each one of these subjects, there is no box that can contain you.
Nicely put.
Awesome. That's a round of applause. That was a great answer.
Well said.
That one. Excellent. Thank you so much. Seriously.
Well, random side question. Do you ever do commissions? Would you consider doing commissions for somebody? Like building something custom for someone?
No, because the whole point of the evil lair is straight up. So the real function of it, one, I have to teach myself something right into myself. But the whole point of it is to also get out of myself. So there is no me getting anything back from it. It's me generally making for somebody, thinking about somebody for 30 days and what they would want and they would like, and try to accomplish that as well as the goal. So there is no this or that or trade or any of that part of it. It's just me generally, hey, this guy said this thing, or hey, this person put something in the comments. It really resonates. Let's make it, get an address, send it to them, and they can throw it. They can do, I've accomplished what I need to by getting it to them within the 30 days. Whatever they do with it's up to them.
That's cool. I appreciate it. That's cool.
Really, really, really cool.
I like what Splash Page said there with Daredevil, with the sound waves bouncing off everything. You'd be able to see everything. I like it.
Yeah, you see that? Yeah, I seen that too. I'll put that up one more time.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Cool. Exactly.
I've met Splash Page before. I met him at C2E2 some years ago, a long time ago. Yep. We had a house with the Comic Core or something like that.
Yep.
Right on.
Splash Page is a good buddy of mine.
He's a good old boy.
Yes, he is.
It's always cool to meet people in the community. I've gotten to meet some people, and it's always been pretty epic every time you get to actually meet somebody that you either interacted with online or chatted with, or
we just really got back from C2E2, and I mean, I met like DJ Links and all these guys that allow me on their channels and stuff, and it was fun.
Yeah, that's always cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to make a trip up to the Wisconsin there sometime, buddy.
Yeah, you are.
or just make a trip down there to Florida. You got plenty of guys down here too.
You're not far home from me, Jeff. In comparison,
big time.
Yeah. Okay, so when G comes down, you should come down at the same time.
Yeah. We'll have to get G-Man out of the snowbird action and get him out of there.
Yeah, no kidding. Tell me about it. Joey, what city do you live in?
I live in Virginia, Chesapeake, Virginia.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I actually live in an area called Great Bridge. This is where the Revolutionary War where they chased Cornwallis back to the Chesapeake Bay. This was the stopping line right here.
Ah.
Yeah,
Nice.
where the French naval officers had him completely surrounded, so he couldn't
Zip
really
that
go
motherfucker
anywhere.
up. I'm all about the
Yeah.
Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
Nice.
He couldn't go anywhere. French Navy was like, nope, you're done.
Barbarian, thank you for being here, brother. What's up, buddy?
Very kung fu. There's a guy I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, I hadn't seen
Nice.
those either.
I seen him on the show on the Comics Roundtable tonight. Go check out those guys too, by the way. They just did their last show tonight. I was on that tonight. right.
Last show of the year.
Last show of the year. Yep.
Yeah.
Great bunch of guys. Where are we?
Yeah, so I imagine next week we're probably just chilling, huh?
Yeah.
Being the Christmas, right?
Yeah, Christmas. Well, also, real quick shout out too for John Comics, Marvelous Comics, John Comics. Almost slipped up. Marvelous Comics. Make sure you check him out on next Saturday. He's giving a big giveaway, his quarterly drawing, and he is doing a bunch of giveaways that night. So
And he's also going to be very, very happy with, some stuff too. So
yes, he will be. All right. What was it? Yo.
no spoilers.
And there we go. Yo, Deuce. There we go. So I have one last question. It's going to be a little different.
Okay.
Okay. Trying to think. No, I'm not going to ask it. I don't think it's important.
You can ask me whatever you want. I always say, be careful of your
Out the
questions.
door.
You will answer
Out
them.
the door. No, no. Forget it. What was it? Well, I have to say something though. Seriously though, Joey. I am a big fan of you, a big fan of your show, big fan of what you do. So everybody out there, please go check out the links down below. You'll see my favorite one where he does a little skit with his buddy in the garage. It's awesome. It made me laugh. It was one of my favorites. So go check out his links down below. He's at the top of the list. Go check out Amanda's and Deuce's giveaway boxes. They're $60, $70. That's with the shipping.
Well, 75, yeah. Shipping mystery boxes, pop mystery boxes.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of other stuff in there potentially too.
But all right, real quick, Deuce, give it one more big shout out. Please tell everybody about it.
So it's a mystery pop box, but there's other stuff potentially included. The grand prizes are a giveaway. There's 3 different giveaways. Every box you purchase gets you an entry into the giveaway. One for the 10-inch Chase Galactus Pop, the Blacklight Galactus Pop, and then also the other 2 prizes. One is a signed and remarked Marvel Legends Carnage figure, signed and remarked by Sam De La Rosa, and then the other is a Venom signed and remarked with COAs, both by Sam De La Rosa. So those are the 3 potential prizes you could win by buying a mystery box. $75 shipped, over $60 in value, guaranteed.
That's what I was gonna say. Being very specific about that. Yes, it's $60 in value. Correct.
Yep. Correct.
Okay, good.
And again, there's extras thrown into every box. Amanda and I, she is a mastermind at plotting and planning the extras thrown into everything.
Amanda,
So I mean, I don't think anybody's going to be upset with anything that they get. I'll tell you that.
No. Okay, there we go. Bingo. Big shout out for Amanda. All right. And I better plug one little thing for my buddy. Where is he here? Okay. It's going to be a quick little ad. It's for John, Marvelous Comics. Boom. And don't forget, there we go. I got to remember John every time. Sorry. I Deuce, I had like another big box sitting outside my door this morning, and I got a bunch of freaking books. And by the way, you showed it, Joey, and I can't wait to read it. But I have a hard time buying modern stuff. I really do, because I always get like kind of disappointed when I buy some of the stuff, and then all of a sudden it's just like crap. I'm like, okay, it was strictly a cover buy. So I was being safe, and I wound up being John, just pick one out for me and just throw it in. And so I did get the Ages.
Oh, Dark Ages, so good read.
Okay, so I'm going to I'm going to go with that, and I will give you my opinion on that for sure.
Oh yeah,
definitely going to read that. The one I'm looking forward to is I've been buying some trades lately, and if it wasn't for John, see, I live out in the boondocks. I live out in the middle of nowhere. It's only like 444 people in this town. So the closest LCS to me is like 87 miles.
Wow.
So I barely get there. And so a lot of the stuff I order is out of town or out of state. And Marvelous Comics, I always pump them up all the time because I buy comics from them all the time. And one thing I've been getting into like big time, I wasn't on the bandwagon with everybody when it came to Stray Dogs. And I did buy the issues. I did buy a couple of issues. I buy the cover swipes of some of the horror issues, and I enjoyed that. But I didn't read the book. I didn't read the story. Bought it because it was a cover buy, and I liked the horror issues that they had. They had one of Crow. They had one of Thing, and I liked seeing that, so that was cool. But I did buy the trade from John. I was very happy with it. It was a good story.
Miss G wasn't.
My queen was not happy with me, but I enjoyed it. So I've been buying the trades to read before I actually buy the issues themselves. And I don't care if the issue is $100 for the first one. It doesn't matter to me. So I've been buying the trades. And this is one I've been wanting to read for a long time. And I have some of the copies originally.
I've got the original run, dude, and that's one of my favorites. So great.
The other one was it was one of your favorites?
Yeah,
I liked the movie. I enjoyed the movie, and the book was really good as well. This is another one, 1 through 6, a Noctura.
It was good too. Yeah.
Have you read this?
Yeah.
It's good.
I enjoyed it.
Excellent. So I'm glad I bought the trade so I can read the story and come up with a conclusion. Now, this I already know because I've been reading every issue, but I did buy the trade because I want my grandsons and my granddaughter to read this. And this is Geiger.
Oh, Geiger, such a good read. Yeah.
Love Geiger. The only thing that pisses me off is the damn stories are so short. Once you start getting into it, it like stops.
Right.
Continue. And now they just came out with a recent annual. The annual is coming out. It's like 5 different copies for the damn book. Yeah, I'm in on that totally. I like the Geiger series. So the trades I've been kind of picking up lately. Another one that I'm looking forward to reading is I'm still waiting to get a couple of issues in before the end. I don't know if it's going 5 issues. Is Eat the Rich?
Yeah, that's a cool one.
I don't know if you've read this yet. It's another indie title. This one is it good?
I haven't read it.
Yeah, it is.
I also bought the version of this guy. I just love the cover. I think the cover is beautiful.
Well, synopsis is pretty much it. The title explains itself.
Right.
Okay, cool. Chicken Devil is another one.
I love Chicken Devil.
Yeah.
Oh, good?
It's a good read.
Excellent.
Nice.
Really?
Good read? I can't
Yeah,
wait.
if you like vinyl and you like plastic, you're gonna like that one because it's almost similar.
That one. I had no idea what the premise was, and I passed on it. So I'm kind of like, okay, now maybe I need to go back and just pick up the trade.
I just have
It's
to show
crazy.
a couple of these because
I like crazy.
this is from my recent haul from John, and I didn't show them earlier on the other show tonight, but some classics. And this is one I did not have in my collection. I knew about this, but here, I'm going to blow this up really quick. We're almost done. Freedom Fighters.
Yeah.
Number 1. That was from John, one of John's auctions.
That's all America.
Plastic Man.
Classic.
Oh, classic. Yeah.
Another Plastic Man.
Yeah, the main reason in Robert likes plastic, man, he looks like a tentacle.
See, Jeff got it. Yeah, you knew
Yeah.
why. But you know why I like this.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
sci-fi stuff. Yeah.
Nice DC. Flying saucers, just a classic. And then,
Can't go wrong with classic sci-fi.
Yep,
No.
absolutely.
Oh, boy.
Almost there. Give me one
No, you're good.
more minute. So here's some of the stuff I didn't show earlier. The Comics Roundtable. Some newer stuff. Amazing Spider-Man number 78.
Oh yeah.
That Morbius behind him? Oh, yeah, that is.
Miles Morales number 32. Just like the cover.
That's a cool cover.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Classic Thor cover swipe.
Yep. And also I think it's wasn't the other one? What am I thinking of?
Cooney.
Beta Ray Bill. Yeah,
Beta Ray
yeah.
Bill.
It's Thor. It's Thor.
Thor. Yep.
Mhm.
I got two of these.
Well, that's old classic Frank Miller. Elektra.
I got two of those. Iron Shadows in the Moon. Like the cover.
That's pretty much that story. Those things are pretty much Conan, but they can't call him Conan. So, oh yeah.
You know why I got this?
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
Pulp Fiction. Oh gosh.
Well, fiction all the way.
Yep.
Sheena the Queen. God, I love this cover. Just something about this cover I like. I'm kind of picky. I like redheads, but I know she's a blonde. But it just something make her look strong there. You know what I mean? Just natural.
There's a new cover that's about to come out. It looks like Tori. I laughed. I saw it. I go, it looks like Tori.
Okay, this is another one I want to read. It's called The Hungry Earth Riddens Under the Shadow-Clad Hills. It's another series I want to read.
Interesting.
I don't know anything about that one.
No,
Me
I
either.
don't either. That's why I want to read it. Here's another one. This is issue 1.
The Rush.
Silver Coin I've been staying with. Number 6.
Yeah, I dig that.
Number
That's a good
6.
Uh-huh.
Like the video games. Where the Future Plays and Now Here is another one. This is another one I want to try to read.
Yeah, I heard good things about that one.
Yeah.
Same thing. By Image Comics.
Yep.
Here's the other issue. The other one I've been wanting to read is Out.
I've been reading Out. I'm all the way up to issue 3 now. That thing is amazing.
Is it good?
Yes, it is.
Huh.
Yeah.
Excellent. Nice.
I'm gonna check that out. Who's that from? Boom?
AWA.
Oh, okay.
This is. All right. Sorry. Whoops. Nyx.
Uh-huh.
All right. Skulls. Jeff has got it.
Yeah.
Killer.
But
And she has a skull
black and
weapon,
white.
so
Oh, that's even cooler.
Yeah, about the black and white of it. Another one that I'm enjoying, I've actually been joining this, is God Killers.
God Killers is a good read too. Yeah.
yeah, that's a good
Really,
read too.
really good. And another one I want to try is I got 2 issues of.
Oh, John Leguizamo's book, yeah.
Yep. This is for the Queen because she's a big fan of him, big time. So,
He tried to come out with a movie. That's a movie script, pretty much.
Is it really?
That's what I heard. He tried to pitch a movie. They didn't want it. Yep.
So big thank you to John. Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate it.
When he watches it on the rewind.
And orders.
Right.
Yeah, he gets all. I just should just say Pocan. I just should say, here, John, just take my paycheck. It's sickening. It's ridiculous. I keep ordering and ordering. It's like, all right, this has got to stop sometime. Because I'm usually pretty old school. Like an example, the book I was showing you earlier.
Right.
Because I've noticed like some of your reviews, Joey. It's like you pick up some of these books and you're like, okay, cover art looks great. Let's see how the book reads, and then you read it, and it's kind of like, what the fuck am I reading?
Yeah.
Or they've got to be so politically correct.
That's what I read. That's what happened with White Widow.
Yeah.
Irritating. It's like, why does that need to be? Why
When
is
I
that?
picked up White Widow, that's what I felt. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Why does that have to be a thing? I don't understand.
So one thing I always do is I don't judge a comic book good or bad based on its art. I'm not one to speak to art,
Right.
but I will trash a story.
Yeah, because art is subjective, but
Yeah.
the story has a lot to do with it as
Story's a
well.
story.
The White Widow art
I
wasn't
really wanna know
horrible.
I really want to know something from Joey that sparked my interest. So I was talking about. Have you ever seen the classic? I'm going to get the date fucked up. I think it was like 1969, 1971. It was Malcolm McDowell or Michael McDowell. It's his brother. You know Malcolm McDowell. He did Clockwork Orange. I think his brother was named Michael McDowell. He did a classic movie called It! Exclamation point.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it? It's about the golem.
Yeah.
It's cheesy but good at the same time.
So good. Yeah. It's one of those.
Yes.
It's
And I
one of
tell
those
people about this,
movies.
like, G-Man, you don't know what you're talking about. There's only one It by Stephen King. I go, no.
No.
There was another It. And it was about a golem. Understand. I've seen a lot of golem movies, and some of them have been I've seen some of the modern ones that have been kind of like, what are they doing with this? They're kind of losing the story.
Yeah.
But explaining your interpretation of what a golem really is.
So
what you know in the actual legend of a golem.
So the whole point of a golem is a being, right? That somebody that studies Jewish mysticism can kind of do a curse on somebody by resurrecting this particular monster that's made out of clay, and he can form it to make it look like whatever he wants to infiltrate and seek revenge upon somebody that is wronged. Really, it's supposed to be against his tribe, right? Because now we're going back to the days of Judah and all that. And that was the whole concept of a golem at that time. Golem actually means made of clay in Hebrew. So it was so it's way and the problem, right, when you try to make this character out there is that every time you do it, it comes off as just a typical monster, when the truth is it's more like a genie more than it is anything else. Like, because there's always, depending on how much revenge you want upon somebody, it always comes back. Magic always comes with a price, even in Jewish mysticism. So
my question on that, or what you're talking about, was he ever created as to be like a protector of a community or anything like that?
Yeah, actually in the Bible, King Solomon used one.
There you go. Go ahead.
Yeah, in the Old Testament, and King Solomon, before he received his 10 rings to resurrect demons and stuff, and actually produced a curse to save the people of Solomon in the building of it.
So, not getting on a religious subject or nothing like that. I don't want the community to get all confused. But what's interesting of what I've always have said, and this is what fascinates me, Joey, I'm glad you brought that up, because answered that question the way you did, because something I've always said about literature, books, reading material, our comic books, all of that. I've always have said this. There's this, even fairy tales. I can't wait to see to read. By the way, Squirrel, to read the new fairy tale book that's coming out. What is it? Yeah. There's a new fairy tale book coming out, guys.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I mean, I probably do, but I can't think of it.
It's supposed to be something. I think it's got the F word in it or something, but it's like
Fairyland.
Something fairy tales.
Yeah, part volume 3.
Okay, as I've always have said, even since the beginning of man, it's always fascinated me. We've always sat around campfires and told stories. We've told fairy tales to our children. We've told stories over the years. Everything has always had some kind of hint of truth somewhere in there.
A lot of those tales have been parables a lot of times. So there's a lesson to be learned from whether, almost every civilization has passed on.
Do you not agree, Joey?
Yeah, I believe the whole point of a golem was to teach somebody that, because the purpose of the being is the exact revenge upon somebody. But even in Jewish faith, the over extension of revenge, right, is ultimately a sin. So, be a minch at the end of the day. And the golem, if you overexerted it, it would turn on you. So that was the whole point. It was a irritable to be used as, if you're going to get revenge, make it an eye for an eye. Don't go trying to burn the guy's village down. Right?
Yep.
Extreme.
Yep.
All right, Robert. I'm leaving.
Are you
Getting
leaving?
tired. Yeah, I'm getting tired.
All right.
And I gotta meet up with Brian tomorrow too. So I'll see you later.
Do you have anything you want to say? Do you have anything you want to talk about on what's coming up?
Oh yeah, I got Extreme Nerd Table tomorrow, and then maybe Cantonese Comic Wednesdays, depending on how work's gonna treat me this week. So, and then that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys later.
Peace. All right, Jeff. Good night, buddy.
Yeah.
Bye.
And then there were 3.
Yep. That's all right.
It's actually funny that you mentioned the golem, because the whole point of a dungeon or anything like that is on the same concept. They run parallel to each other.
Yep. But like I was saying, what I'm saying is I know it's a tale that's been told in very many different variations. Like a lot of our stories that have been told, there's always some snippet of truth in it somewhere, in our history. And I always say, don't forget your history, people. There's always something there. Always something there. And it makes it's just fascinating to me. It's just like I was telling Deuce the other day, and last week, I went to the mall, okay, as an example. I haven't been to the mall in like probably 2 years, literally. I'm not kidding. Because the epidemic and all the crap that's been going on. Just haven't gone to the mall. I have no interest. I finally went there with the wife a couple weeks ago. Did some shopping. We had fun. I could not believe stuffed animals, toys, you name it. Cthulhu creatures.
Oh, yeah.
Octopus creature.
Yeah.
And I'm like thinking to myself, like, do these people even know what they're talking about? Do they even know what this character is? Have no idea.
Yeah.
None at all. This is not a nice, plushy, soft.
No.
Yeah. Character. This is a very evil, world-eating, whatever. It doesn't give a shit.
Right.
That's what amazes me about societal things. You don't do the research. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're turning something really mean and nasty, a story idea from, of course, H.P. Lovecraft. But what's interesting, and Deuce and I have talked about it many times, it's like, look at all of the interpretations of Lovecraft's work.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's in everything. It amazes me. And people think that it's a new idea. And I'm like, no, they've seen that. They inspired by something that they read or seen. What's that, buddy? Do say that again?
It's been around a long time. And it's funny, like all the different stories and all the different adaptations of different things that are, and even things that are kind of spun off of those ideas.
And it even goes to the present. Do you not see that, Joey? It's like even newer stories, you see that happening over and over again. And I try to explain that, and people look at you like you're totally crazy. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. You even see in Star Wars.
Yeah. And this is something I always say a lot on my channel, and sometimes I forget that maybe people aren't used to this type of term, but I always talk about archetypes, right? And what is an archetype? So, definitely Lovecraftian archetype, right? We're ants, its being does not care about us, that kind of concept is actually based off of a branch of Christianity.
Yep.
God knows we're here, but just like the ants on the ground,
right?
Funny how that works.
That's true too, Splash. Big time. Monty, very true. Where the hell are you, buddy?
On his phone.
That damn computer fixed. He's usually my other co-host, but his computer blew out. And I feel so bad because it happened on one of our shows. We had a thunderstorm that night, and it blew out his damn computer that damn night.
You just suddenly vanished. We're like, I guess that wasn't good.
Need you back, Monty. Okay, let's wrap this up. It's been going on for an hour, almost 2 hours. I want to say thank you very, very much, Joey. And this is your time, buddy. Please tell the community about you, about what you're doing, what you got coming up, anything.
So this has been a busy month for me. So here we go. So I have a weekly comic book review show. I generally put those out either a Thursday or a Friday because I get my books early, so I read them as quick as I can. Actually, take notes and regurgitate it to you. Let's see. Evil Layer projects and builds once a month, usually towards the end of the month. You're going to have to hit the notification bell on that because as soon as I can get that out, I do. We're making web shooters for December. We're making for a bunch of kids because I'm being a Minch. So we got about 4 kids we've selected, all from the community, the comic book community. We're going to give them a little Christmas gift.
Very
also,
cool.
DJ Link's in the mix. I'm going to be in a rap battle. That's right, son. I'm gangster.
Love
I would
it.
like to say it's my first time. It's actually my second time. I'm actually competing now, which is weird. You can also catch me on at Week's End over at Legion of Comics. I do that with him. I think we're going to be taking another week off from Blaster Stash It. They're still trying to figure some things out. So when that happens again, I'll be there Friday night.
Sure.
Right on.
Awesome. Buddy, thank you so much for being here. Seriously.
Thanks for having me, man. Anytime.
I hope you had a blast.
I did. It was fun.
Good times have been had.
Deuce?
No, I'm here with you, man. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the holiday and looking forward to everybody opening all their sweet, cool things and gifts. And we still have the mystery box going. So if you're interested, hit up Amandapops 79 on Instagram. And
hold on, let me put it on the bottom while you say that. Go ahead. One more time.
I was just gonna say, hit up Amandapops 79 on Instagram for the mystery box run. And hope everybody has a good, safe holiday. And I'll see you on the next show, man. Whenever we run next.
Cool. And I just froze for a second.
Ruh-roh.
Dang it. All right, there we go. So that's a wrap. Joey, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. I hope you had a blast.
Thanks for having me.
Deuce,
Thanks,
thank
Joey.
you so much, buddy. And let's make sure I get this closed out really quick. Here we go. Hang in there, Joey. I know it's late. And there we go. And so you, the community, please go check out Joey's links on the top. All of his links for his shows are on the bottom. Make sure you check them out on the top. Go check out Amanda's and Deuce's mystery box thing. And everybody else down below. And my daughter. My daughter's got a little thing going on there. If you want to donate money to her for her special honeymoon thing, you can read it in the description down below. Please go check it out. Her links on the bottom. And I want to say thank you very much. I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we will see you next year for another Nerdy Collective with another special guest. Thank you very much. So peace, love, blessed be, and 2021. We're out of here. We'll see you in 2022. Peace.